Chapter 4, Highs and Lows. Hopefully you're all having a great day. The next morning, after a hearty breakfast, everyone gears up for your first hike. Where did you hear about this, Jabani Cave again? A local farmer. She says the trail leading to it is gorgeous this time of year. I can't wait to see it. I'm just glad the trailhead's close to the lodge. We picked a pretty convenient spot. As the others walk towards the trailhead, Lino falls in beside you with a grin. She may think the hike's convenient now, but wait until we get there. She sees that it's full of brown bats. I bet there will be plenty of opportunities to mess with the competition today. Are we going to dress up as Batman? Lino, I don't need to stoop that low to win Blake over. Okay, Michelle Obama, I can respect your integrity, but I don't think it would hurt if you messed with her just a little. I'll take that under advisement. And let me be clear. The trail takes you up a steep incline along a cliffside. Blake is at the head of the pack, making good time, but he's an exception. Are we almost at the top? That's what she said. Not quite, but Kate Bush would be so proud of us right now for running up this hill. Running, please. I'm trying to make a deal with God just to get us to the top without dying. Come on, it's not that bad. There could be more switchbacks. I swear, in the last 3 paragraphs we just read, bunch of 90s songs references, okay? As you reach the end of the switchback, I can't. Switchback. Okay, anyway. Everyone stops to take a breather and admire the view. Blake nudges you with a playful grin. It's nice to be back on the trail together, huh? Just like old times. Yeah. Although we could have been doing this a lot more often if someone hadn't moved down to LA. I'll make it up to you now that I'm back. Besides, I'm too handsome for you to hold a grudge against my career choices. He's right. Unfortunately, you swallow hard as a breeze tosses his shirt and he gives you that irresistible smile. You keep telling yourself that, Marshall. Eve, here, take a picture of me, like one of your German models. I want to send it to Felicia. Everyone seems to be enjoying the view, but Rebecca. You spot her facing away from the cliff, pointedly staring at the ground. It's fine, you're fine. You're like a whole 3 feet away from the edge. Eve said that Rebecca was deathly afraid of heights. It'd be easier to help her out, or have a lot of fun. Oh. Is there option number 3? Why should we give a shit? I would like option number 3. Let's help the child away. You feel weird to have sympathy for Rebecca, but she genuinely seems freaked out. You sigh and walk over to her. Pardon the pun, but you look a little on the edge. Yeah, it's ridiculous, but I have a thing about heights. Well, luckily there isn't much more to the trail. Want to get a head start and leave the heights behind? God, yes, thank you. You lead her on ahead while Eve and Lino snap a few more photos and Blake jogs over to join you. He falls in on Rebecca's other side as you continue down the next stretch of trail. It's nice to see my 2 favorite girls getting along. Rebecca smiles at you, spots the cliff over your shoulders, and flinches slightly. Yeah, we're just getting to know each other. Right. That's great. What were you chatting about? Me pushing her over the edge of the cliff, if you continue asking. I was about to ask if Mr. Hot and Spicy lives up to his title. You know, Blake hasn't actually made anything spicy for me yet. That's not true. I made you the gumbo last week. Right. And it was delicious. Guess not that spicy, though. Could have been spicier. Okay, note taken. Oh, thank God, I see solid ground up ahead. As Rebecca rushes towards the end of the cliffside stretch of your trail, Blake gently elbows you. Hey, I saw what you did back there at the switchback. Thanks for looking out for her. And just like that, it's all worth it for the gratitude on his face. Don't mention it. No, literally, don't mention it. I was trying to be a halfway decent human being while also realizing that the love of my life is being whisked away by someone else. No, it's perfectly fine. Listen, folks, sometimes you just have to laugh when life gives you lemons, okay? Or doesn't give you anything at all. After a little more hiking, the rest of your friends catch up, and you all step into a picturesque cave. Wow, these stalactites look like something straight out of a National Geo. They almost make the cave mouth look like a mouth. Like, do you think the day is finally here? We actually get to go spelunking? But what? No. Exploring caves. Jody and I have wanted to do it ever since we saw Dominic Monaghan's show where he went spelunking in Venezuela. Oh, right, that show. It's a shame he found so many bugs instead of cute bats, right, Jody? Lena gives you a significant nudge and a wink. Right, once Rebecca finds out there are bats in the cave, I'm guaranteed some solo Blake time. Who cares about bugs? You had me at starring the cutest hobbit. Blake chuckles as you all head deeper into the cave and you lean closer to him. Next adventure spelunking in South America with Eve? Not sure we can get Dominic Monaghan to make her Hobbit dream date happen, but I'm in. I'm in. Whoa, we get an echo. Everyone chuckles and Lena calls out, his voice ringing off the walls. Felicia, is that you, my love? My love. Grinning, you cup your hands around your mouth and raise your voice. No, it is I, baby Jody from the future, the spirit of the cave, you're the best friend in the world. Yeah, why not? The world! Yeah, I've already got one of those, and she's right here. No, she isn't. The real Jody has been in this cave all along. She's been a skinwalker this entire time. Y'all might be teasing, but if there's some kind of ghost in here, I am out. Whee! The bats. Our echoes must be waking them up. Look, someone's about to wake up even more of our little friends. Lena points behind you, where Rebecca is poised to shout an echo of her own. I mean, we all yelled, let her yell. I don't give a shit. You let it happen, and Rebecca calls out in a surprisingly good Adele impression. Hello from the other side! Squeak. Hey, that's not what I... Ah, look out! At the sound of Rebecca's voice, a colony of bats come swarming out of the darkness. He's cute. I want him. I want a pet. Cute! If there weren't so many of them. No. The more the merrier. It's like kittens. Get away! The bats swarm about Rebecca in a whirlwind, one of them swooping right past her head. Ju! Oh my god! Get it off! Get it off! Get it off! Yes, I'm about to Jumanji her out of Blake's life. It's a good reference. But those aren't the only bats in the cave. Another cloud of them swoops past Rebecca, right towards the rest of you. Jody? That is too many bats. As you swat the fluttering bats away, there's ominous rumbling. The stalactite breaks loose and crashes to the ground. Cave in, everyone get out! You rush after your friends toward the entrance, but you only make it 2 steps before there's a snap overhead. You look up just in time to see another falling right towards you. Jody! Blake dies for you, and then everything goes dark. You can feel the cave floor beneath your back. Something's on top of you, but it's not crushing you, it's surprisingly warm. Blake, what? There's a click, and the dang darkness suddenly fades as Blake turns on a flashlight. He's braced protectively over you in a dark tunnel. Hey stranger, you okay? I am, thanks to my human shield. Good, at least your sense of humor's intact. I never leave home without it. He gingerly climbs off of you. You hear rocks stumble off his shoulders as he offers a hand to help you up. But the second you try to stand, there's a jolt of pain through your left ankle. You stumble, and only Blake's grip keeps you upright. Oh, I think I twisted in the fall. Well, we can deal with the twisted ankle. It would have been much worse if you hadn't been there for me. I'm just glad I got there in time. How are you feeling? Are you okay? I'm fine. He winces as he turns the flashlight on a wall of fallen rock between you and the entrance. Your friends are nowhere to be seen. This doesn't look great, though. A muffled voice comes through the rock slide. Blake! Jody! Can you hear us? We're here. Oh, thank God! We're okay, but what about you two? I'm fine. Jody twisted her ankle, though. If you three can start clearing the rubble on your side, I'll start on this side. Just go slow and steady. Roger that. But we're looking at a lot of rocks. It might be a while. Blake, I can help too. My ankle's not so bad. Yeah, you couldn't even say that without wincing. This is Mr. Scrapes and Bruises. At least let me hold the flashlight. Alright, I appreciate it. Blake hands you the flashlight, but he pauses to brush some dust off your cheek. His touch is tender. Don't worry, I'm gonna get us out of here. He starts digging while you take a look around your new rocky prison. Rocks, walls, more walls. Wait a minute, is that a light? Where? Over there. I thought it was just an alcove, but there's a small tunnel. It looks like it leads towards some light. Blake carefully crosses the rubble-strewn ground up here in the direction you point out. I think you're right. Great, a possible escape route and a perfect excuse to finally go spelunking. And my ankle is busted. Oh, why let that stop us? I could always carry you. You're struck with a sudden vision of your arms wrapped around Blake as it carries you to safety, the warmth of his body pressed tight against yours. But if you'd rather not risk it, we can stay here. I'll keep digging. We're bound to get through this rubble eventually. Find a shortcut out of here. Sounds like a plan. Blake turns away from the rubble and kneels beside you with an inviting gesture. Rideshare for one Miss Jody Ballard. Oh, I really hope I didn't choose start carpool. With as much dignity as you can manage, and a little help, you climb onto Blake's back, piggyback style. He carries you through the dark, winding tunnels, taking care not to jostle you. As he picks his way across the rocky ground, you wrap your arms around him more tightly. You can smell the gentle scent of his shampoo, and despite the cold air in the tunnels, his body is warm, comforting. Thank you for doing this, Blake. I don't want to be, well, a burden. I wasn't going to put it that way, but yes. Well, you might be a literal one, but not a metaphorical one. I'm happy to help if it gets you to safety. Plus, what kind of friend would I be if I left you sitting back there alone in the darkness? A pretty awful one, I guess. Exactly. Now watch your head up there. I don't want to smack you into some low-hanging stalactites. Stalagmites. Shh, it's okay. So good so far. This is the best rideshare I've had in a while. I always feel safe when I'm with you. You know what? Keeping the joke going. Best rideshare I've had in a little while. You've really going above and beyond for that 5-star rating. Oh, it's just not the rating I'm trying to get. The piggyback ride is also working out my glutes and my legs. I love it that all your drivers are multitaskers and entrepreneurs. You make it look so easy. The ceiling lowers overhead. Blake bends nearly double so you don't hit it. You can feel his back muscles flexing beneath you. Easy, right? As Blake turns a corner, you spot the light source you've been following. A cavern filled with glowing moss and a glittering pool. That is beautiful. Seriously. Wow. Wow is right. Blake gently sets you down. You lean against him for support as you take in the view. He slips an arm around your waist to steady you. It looks so magical. Yeah, like something straight out of a fairy tale. Too bad there's no giant caterpillar or Cheshire cat to show us the way out. But at least we gotta make a new memory. You share a smile under the softly glowing light of the cave. An unforgettable one. Come on, let's soak your ankle in the pool for a bit. Cold water should help take the edge off. Yes, please. Both of you sit at the edge of the pool. He helps you remove your shoe and sock. His touch gentle. Hey, your ankle doesn't look too bad. In this lighting, nothing looks that bad. Fair point, but I think it really is just a sprain. Nothing some rest and bracing can't cure. You dip your foot into the pool and the cool water sends a wave of relief through your aching body. Ah, it's good news. Also, wow, cold water is a miracle. It actually is, It's really good for you. Every once in a blue moon, you should take a really cold, bath or shower, right? Actually really has a lot of health things that are good for you. You should look into it. As you soak your injured ankle, Blake rifles through his hiking pack. A few seconds later, he sits with a triumphant grin. Is it a Snickers? Let me see your ankle when you're done. I've got an extra shirt to bind it with. What about you? I saw you wincing back there. Let me take a look at you before we keep moving. Okay, if it'll make you happy. He pulls his shirt up over his head, and okay, wow, he's just as gorgeous as he's always been. Right, Dr. Ballard, now what? I have a few ideas. Get it together, Jody, he's hurt. Taking a deep breath, you lean closer. Under the cavern's light, his back is covered in small scrapes and bruises, not to mention... You've got a huge cut on your arm. It looks worse than it feels. I appreciate the stiff upper lip, but I know you have a first aid kit in the bag. Let me patch up before we go. Alright. Blake hands the kit over, but as you start cleaning and bandaging his arm, it's hard not to admire, well, the rest of him. Keep my distance. You want to run your hands down that muscle chest as much as to feel the warmth as to make sure he's okay. But you remember where you are, remember Rebecca, and pull back, putting on the best smile you can. I think you'll live. Ah, well, if Dr. Ballard can't cure me, no one can. At that, Blake stands, pulls his shirt back on. You can't help but watching as the fabric slowly covers his bare skin. Should we keep moving? Right. He takes a moment to bind your ankle with his bare shirt, his calloused fingers brushing your bare skin. But when you stand up, you stumble, landing against his chest. For a moment, neither of you moves until he helps you climb onto his back. Well, thanks, Blake. I'm really glad we found this place. Me too. After a little more wandering through the tunnels, you emerge into warm sunshine. Whew. Never thought I'd be so happy to see the sun. It wasn't that bad, was it? We finally got to go spelunking, saw a cool cave. Sure, but you didn't have to carry you in the dark. Don't worry, I'll give you 5 stars. Don't rate me just yet. We still need to find the others. A trail leads you back to the original cave entrance, where you find Eve, Rebecca, and Lino still working on the rock slide. Good news, everyone. We found a shortcut. Oh my god, Jody, Blake! Babe! Thanks for your concern there, Rebecca. The second Blake sets you down, Rebecca bolts towards him and hugs him as Lino does the same to you. I'm so glad you two made it out. The cave's honestly in worse shape than we are. I don't know, did you see that view? It's pretty nice. Not by much. Look at your foot. And Blake's arm is bleeding. I was so worried. Rebecca squeezes Blake's shoulder, and Blake gives her a quick smile, but he quickly turns back to you. I'll be okay. We just need to help get Jody back down the trail to the cabin. One painstaking descent later. Your friends wash up from the day's adventures while Blake carries you to your room. I can take it from here. I'm not completely incapable of walking. And risk you messing up that ankle even more? I don't think so. He carefully settles you on your bed before fluffing the pillows. Eve and Lena should be back soon with the doctor. But until then, I grab some water and ibuprofen. And I'll get you some more blankets. I know you get cold easily. Or if you need pillows or anything at all. Blake, Would you give me a foot massage? I promise I'm okay. Are you sure? I can whip you up something to eat real quick if you want. Oh, could you make me a coffee, please? Lino said he's grabbing me a burger and fries from the restaurant. I'm good. Well, you want me to whip something up special in the morning, just let me know. I have a feeling that no matter what I say, you're gonna make me eggs. Aren't you? Stress cooking is my specialty. The two of you chuckle. Seriously though, I appreciate you looking out for me. Even if sometimes you worry as much as Lino does. He smiles and fluffs your pillow one last time. It's the least I can do, when you've always been there for me. You remember when I caught the cold to end all colds back in college? The one that was so bad that you were convinced you were dying? Hey, yeah, even though I could have been mortally contagious, you stayed with me all night to get me through it. Oh, I remember. Never seen him so affectionate before, or so desperate for me to stay. Relive the night. Second semester of freshman year. Hey Blake, are you here? The door was open. Your text said you might be imminently dying, so I brought you soup that my mom swears can beat any cold. Blake. That's around the room until you notice a pile of blankets on the floor, moving. Okay. Why are you on the floor? I don't remember. Probably seemed like a good idea at the time. Okay, Zombie Blade. I'm gonna get you back in bed. You set down your soup before trying to help Blake off the ground. He's warm, like fever warm, and it's easy to get one shoulder under his arm, even though he weakly tries to lean away. I know I texted you, but you shouldn't have come. What if you get sick too? Don't worry. I take vitamin C packet every morning. Up you go now. Yeah, vitamin C packet will really keep you well. No, it won't. You help him into bed and tuck in layers and layers of blankets. Even with all the covers piled on him, though, he's shivering. Thanks. Don't know what I would have done without you. Your heart does a little flip. You keep voice light and fumble for a reply. You'd probably be rolling around on the floor. Do you feel up for a few bites of soup? He holds out a hand, and you try to pass him a spoon, but it slips out of his grip. He shivers again. Sorry, my eye-hand coordination's been better. You retrieve your soup and perch on the edge of the bed. You've visited before, sat on his bed to watch movies, but not quite this close. Then here, let me help. Heart pounding, you scoop up a spoonful, hold it out. He places his hand over yours, guiding the spoon to his mouth. It's clearly an effort, but he does it for each bite, his hand lingering on yours. This is good. Like, really good. It's my mom's recipe, passed down through the family for generations, etc., etc. But you made it for me, so, thank you. As sick as he is, he musters up a bright smile, and your heart does that little flip again. It's the least I could do after you said you were dying. Now, I see water and cold medicine on the nightstand, and here. You bustle around the room, making sure the window's closed, finding more blankets to drape over him. Extra blankets, just in case you get a cold. A box of tissues, in case you get sniffly. Is there anything else you need? Wait, are you leaving? Of course not. I was gonna stay and read you Sorcha Lynn novel. Sorcha Lynn. Eve loves her, right? Eve always says there's nothing a book with people showing off their titties can't solve. Mark a word we've never had to say. Yes, I'm letting it linger on the screen and think, in case you're thinking, did he really just say that? Blake lets out a soft laugh, followed by a cough, as you sat on the bed next to him and grabbed the book you borrowed from me. We should have done cat videos. Chapter 1, The Diamond's Bosom. I'm gonna say it, we're starting off strong. Hopefully it only gets better from here. Blake smiles weakly and cracks jokes at all the right places as you continue reading. Sweat beads on his forehead as the fever worsens, but you keep him distracted. Try not to be distracted by the warmth of his body beside yours. Remember why you came here, Jody, to help him. By the time you're halfway through the book, it's almost midnight, you gently place a hand on his forehead. Hey, it looks like your fever finally broke. Yeah, I feel a little less like work warmed up a roadkill. Do you want me to leave so you can get some sleep? No, please, don't go. Despite how exhausted he looks, he grabs your hand when you start to lift it from his forehead. I need you. You know he's sick, probably just rambling, but it doesn't help. Your heart still skips a beat. Would you mind staying a little longer? Of course not. Your words seem to take a weight off his shoulders. Blake scoots back on the bed to make room for you, lifting up the covers. There's room to lie down beside him to fall asleep next to him. But that'd be a first. What would you do? Let me know in the comments, but I mean, you clearly have feelings for him. You know, nothing's gonna happen, right? No bounce chicka wow wow, because clearly we're from the future. Curl up beside him, though. Taking a deep breath, you climb in beside Blake and curl up alongside him. Your bodies are pressed close as he draws the sheets over you. Is this okay? Yeah, it's perfect. He smiles softly, and soon he drifts off to sleep, his breathing slow and steady. I should go, but I don't want to wake him. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to stay here just a little longer. Oh, so they nappied. It's sweet. Like I said, not everything has to be bounce chicka wow wow. All you do is close your eyes, but you wake up to sunlight streaming across your face and a pleasant weight across your stomach. Blake's arms are wrapped around you from behind, his body perfectly fitting against yours. He must have gotten cold during the night. He's sick. It doesn't mean anything. But no matter how many times you repeat those words in your head, you can't bring yourself to pull away. When he lets go, I'll leave. Only when he doesn't need me anymore. And so she stayed there for 57 years as he slipped into a coma. No, I'm kidding. You shivered a little, remembering the warmth of his body pressed against yours, but right now it's Blake who's taking care of you. It's nice to know that we'll always be there for each other. Yeah, always. Blake reaches out to squeeze your shoulder. I'll never stop hovering. Or, well, I'll stop hovering, but if you need anything, don't be afraid to text me, okay? You swallow hard, your throat suddenly tight with emotion, but before you can reply, the door opens. Sorry to interrupt, but it's getting late, and my boyfriend here is covered in bruises. Will you come to bed, Blake? Let me look at them for you? Instead of turning to go, Blake looks at you as if asking for permission. And as much as you want to say no, you got caught in the rocks like too. Go get some rest. Okay, but we're just down the hall if you need anything. Anything at all. Yeah, I hope you feel better soon, Judy. Thanks. As they head out the door, Rebecca slips an arm around Blake's waist, and your stomach twists. He might have saved my life today, but at the end of the night, Rebecca's still the one he goes home to. The ending. Well, without further ado, thanks for watching. Love your beautiful faces. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I pretty much went for being the distant person, right? I mean, it's nice to reminisce on memories and things like that, but at the same time, you know, it's really hit or miss, isn't it? It's one of those things where you don't know, you know, what to do, right? Do you fight for him, or, you know, who's a what's it and the whole 9 yards, right? Clearly, I mean, I don't know. I feel like they kind of are either morons and they haven't confessed their feelings about one another yet, or they're just kind of like, I don't know. Either they did or they didn't. Let me put it that way. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. So, Doggy go roof roof. Thanks for watching. Catch you all later. Peace out.